What's up, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be going over my 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time. This is a highly disputed topic. I know, that's why I'm talking about it. There are so many Christmas movies out there. I can't even name them all. And I really don't want to because some of them are obscene. Hallmark can seemingly churn out unlimited of these with the exact same format, but those are F tier movies. I'm talking about the S tier, the top of the top. Let's get into this. Number 10, Elf. Buddy, the main character, played by one of my favorites, Will Ferrell, the hilarious comedian from Step Brothers, but he was raised by elves. He wasn't an elf, he was a human. Once he hit adulthood, he didn't quite fit in. So what he did next was he went to NYC and tried to track down his dad. Didn't go so well because his dad didn't really want him. I have great memories of watching this as a kid. I was the perfect age when it came out. I think I was like 7 or 8. This is one that I can watch every year without fail. Number 9. I'm not certain this is a Christmas movie. It takes place around Christmas, and I've seen it in a bunch of other Christmas movie lists, so I thought it was okay to add it to mine. Die Hard, or Die Soft. I can't tell you what to do. In this movie, John McClane, who's played by Bruce Willis, is trying to save his wife and a few other hostages from some German T-words. I'm not gonna say the word because I know YouTube doesn't like that and it's gonna suppress this video if I say it. Let's just say T-words because you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this one is a action-packed thriller that came out in the 80s. This one was one of Bruce Willis's mega hits that sparked a huge franchise and eventually was killed because they made too many movies. All right, number 8, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm not talking about the animated one that came out last year. I'm actually talking about the live action one starring Jim Carrey from the early 2000s. This one is near and dear to my heart because I used to watch it every Christmas when my grandparents were around. This is super silly and quirky. And unlike the newer version, the Grinch was legitimately an unlikable character. Unlike in the new one. I think in the new one, he's just too likable. He's too nice. Just kidding. He's not that nice. He's just, animated. So it's hard to hate an animated character that much. The story's plot is pretty basic, so I'm not gonna give it anything higher than 8th place. All right, at number 7, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This is another classic. It's the perfect underdog story. Kinda like this channel. I relate to this homie on like a spiritual level. I know what you're thinking. The top 5 must be gems. You'd be right. These ain't no Hallmark movies. But before we get into the top 5, I got number 6 coming in hot. I always thought this was a movie, but when I looked it up, it said it was only a TV special. I'm not exactly sure, but a Charlie Brown Christmas movie? We're rolling way back on this one to 1965. It's a great little story about learning and finding out about the Christmas spirit. I've watched it. Rolling into the top 5, we've got The Nightmare Before Christmas. Another movie that I'm not sure is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. Why put Christmas in the title if it's not a Christmas movie? Tim Burton, what are you thinking? You madman. The only person that'll ever know what kind of a movie this is Tim Burton himself. Some might say that dude is a genius. I don't know if I'm one of those people that thinks that, but some might say that. In this movie, Jack Skellington, who is a skeleton kind of guy thing, who is the king of Halloween Town, that's why I think it's a Halloween movie, discovers a place called Christmas Town, which makes me think it's a Christmas movie. And Jack attempts to bring Christmas to his home, but it just ends up causing a whole bundle of confusion. This is a brilliant movie. Came out great. Came out a little bit before I was born, but that's okay. Most of these did. Kind of similar to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This one is probably one of the funniest on the list, which gives it a couple bonus points I may add. Not too many, it's only coming in at number 4. So you know the top 3 are probably pretty dang good. The Griswold families plan for a massive Christmas, but predictably, it all falls flat on its face. This family can never stray away from disaster. Jeez. This one's a cool little Christmas story. I think it's a little bit more unique than a lot of the mainstream ones that I'm probably gonna list in the top 3. So let's do just that. Let's get into the top 3. Number 3, The Polar Express. Another classic that I enjoyed as a kid. Although now I look at the animation and it's semi-creepy because it's that uncanny mix of animated and trying to fake that it's real, especially with the hair and stuff, that can come off as a little weird looking. This movie takes place on Christmas Eve. A little kid goes on a magical adventure to the North Pole on the Polar Express. Bada bing, bada boom, you know what happens. He learns about bravery. He learns, the spirit of Christmas. It's one of those cliche movies, but I love it so much. Because, no replacement for memories. Now that yawning fit is over, let's get on to number 2. I was fighting with this one. Number 1 and 2 spot. That's a tough decision right there. This one, this one lost the fight. Still a great movie, still near perfect. But not number 1. It's A Christmas Story. The main character, Ralphie, attempts to convince his parents, Santa, and his teacher, I don't know how on earth you would do this, definitely could not get away with it today, but he wanted that little Red Ryder BB blank. Another word I really don't want to use. I can't blame the kid. If I was a little younger and, was born 50 years ago, I probably would have wanted it too. I was too busy being the other kid, the one licking the pole in the beginning of the movie. I was a goofball who was trying to get attention. Come on, that's why I'm a YouTuber. I know you can't imagine any movie better than that. A kid licking a pole? Come on. But there is one movie. I know you know it, because there's no way it's not on your top 10 list. But before we get to that, I've got a few honorable mentions. Frosty the Snowman. Didn't quite make the list. Too basic. Home Alone 2. Can't say too much on that one. And A Christmas Carol. I love the story. I've seen it too many times. It's just, I got bored after a few times of watching it. Christmas past, present, future, blah, 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 blah. Enough rambling. Let's get into number 1. Home Alone. Not like the second one, this one's perfect. Let's go, number 1 spot. I know 75% of you are like, oh my god, this is such a basic movie. How could you love this one so much? There's nothing special about my movie tastes. I'm very basic. Who doesn't like a little troublemaker who's played by a less drug-addicted Macaulay Culkin? He's cleaned up his act since, and I'm sure he's going to be making his debut in a couple more movies, hopefully. He's not super old, he just didn't age gracefully. In this movie, he's trying to protect his house against 2 goons that are trying to break in, when his family accidentally left him home for Christmas while they went on vacation. How dare they? They really don't like their kid, do they? How do they lose an 8-year-old? You have to be a special kind of stupid to lose an 8-year-old. But yet, they made it entertaining. Movies just ain't the same no more. And that's it for the list. Thank you guys so much for watching this movie. I'm glad you made it through. It was probably a longer one, but I appreciate you. We are 17 days down from Vlogmas. Only 8 more to go. Hopefully we can make it without any more skipped days. I would seriously appreciate it if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.